Hey y'all, welcome back to B-Rad Garage. Happy Place edition, I guess. Rather be out here doing this than pretty much anything else in the world. As you see here, we're in repair mode, as always out here, when you're just running old rigs and old junk like we do. But I got to thinking, we're definitely gonna take our caliper we got here from O'Reilly's, gonna get this bad boy going again. The old one was just locked up, like you wouldn't believe. And I got me thinking, you know, I've never built anything. All we've done is repair stuff, fix stuff, to keep stuff working, to keep stuff moving. There wasn't budgets for that. Wasn't time for that, you know. And growing up, me and my pop and everything. So now I'm wondering, like, do I try to actually build something? So like, what do y'all think about this old girl? It's a 76 or 78 Chevy. I'll check on that real quick with the VIN. It was my grandpa's. My dad bought it for him years ago, but it's a long bed. This camper shell does not go on it. I got it off a Dodge pickup that I had bought from a man many years ago. And I don't know, you know, it's just a two-wheel drive straight six, but is that something we kind of lift it up, maybe make it look like sort of a I don't know, like, I don't want to say overland because it wouldn't be. It's a little two-wheel drive six-cylinder, but you know, make it look different. Or do we put it on the ground? You know, I've seen some really cool looking trucks with campers on the back. These long beds, I like them. You know, I don't know if it's because I grew up with them. My first truck was an 85 long bed Chevy. I don't know. But anyway, do we kind of bring that down? Again, never having built anything before, I think probably lowering, raising something on a truck of this vintage is probably the most budget friendly and most accessible for a guy like me. But what do y'all think? We're going to get into the actual brake here. I figured, you know, I'll do a video on that, just kind of show y'all kind of ins and outs on these. Luckily these are fairly straightforward, but yeah, just let me know down there in the comments what you think, y'all. I don't know, we'll see what we can come up with. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's the next day. Somebody, I won't tell you who, thought they had some brake pads left over around here that fit these calipers, you know, those ancient boxes down there. But guess what? Somebody was wrong. I'm not gonna tell you somebody was. It was me, y'all. Y'all knew that. So anyway, to go with my caliper from O'Reilly's, I got a set of pads from O'Reilly's. Gotta go ahead and change the other ones on the other caliper. Probably not on video, but anyway, I want to try to get both these brakes buttoned up. As you can tell, we got old rotors and old everything on here, but I'm going to try my best to get this camera in here where y'all can hopefully see what's going on, and I'll see what we can get into. I apologize for not having the disassembly on here. I'd done this actually before the YouTube stuff got going, and just hadn't got down here to replace stuff. So anyway, it takes a really big Allen wrench. This is a 3/8, I believe, to take these two long bolts out. And then when you get your pads, if you have a new caliper, you can get one of these with it most likely. But you'll take this spring, it usually comes with new copper washers. Take this spring here and then clip it to the inside pad. And what that's going to do is give you the ability for this clip to latch into here where this doesn't just fall off everywhere. So I'm going to try to kind of put this together, and I'm assuming my noggin is going to be in y'all's way trying to get this sucker in here, but I'm doing the best I can here. Let's see, maybe right there. Yeah, apologies if you just get a viewfinder full of hair here in a second, but I'm gonna do my best to keep my head out of the way and my hands in the point. Well, I was all proud of myself because I got it in there with without too much struggle, but looks like I need to redo it. But I guess this will give us a chance to show how to take them off of there as well as put them on. So like I say, removal would be this bolt comes out. Well, there's two of them. And then you kind of would lean it out. And sometimes you kind of have to fight these out, which, well, it's like we might be doing today. Should just lean backward and come out. There we go. So that's how we get it out. So hopefully installation is the opposite of removal. See how this clip is helping hold this on here. So we're going to try to get those pads on there and then trying to kind of slide this into place. Nope. Nope. Close. No cigar.
Maybe? Nope. Holes on the bottom don't line up. Pretty sure y'all saw that before I did. Like always, I want to show y'all that this stuff usually doesn't just fall right into place, but it's worth doing, I think. I think it's something that, you know, worth learning how to do and worth doing. Well, get on there now. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's see if this one will start. Now this, I know y'all are blind, but there's a hole back here that's actually the threaded portion. Now this may be a camera full of hair, but let's see what we got here. Oh, nice. All right, that one went through on the first. Let's try the bottom one. There we go. Didn't have it slid far enough down. So now both of these locators are gonna go here, and they actually are threaded on this end. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten those down with this monstrous Allen wrench we got here. You know, probably get them located first. There's the top one. Come on, baby. I know that sometimes y'all are probably thinking, yeah, he's talking to us, trying to talk us through this, but I'm one of those people that I would be talking to this thing the whole time anyway, asking it to please go where I want it to go, to line up, etc. So talking to the camera is really about, actually makes me look less crazy that I'm talking with a camera here and not just talking to inanimate objects like brakes. Why are we not locating here? It's a little bit low. I don't want to hit you with a hammer or anything. It's not what I want to do here. All right, just would not locate without being threaded. All right, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna get these tightened up and to see if there's any way I can show y'all the back side of this, which I don't know if I can, but anyway, we're gonna see. Your caliper should also come with two copper washers. One goes on the top and the bottom of this square block. This is where the brake fluid falls down into this really cool looking bolt with a hole on the side of it. Fluid goes through the middle, pretty neat. And it'll take a 13 mil or a 1/2 inch to tighten that. Also, if you're trying to tighten these and you can't quite get enough leverage, you can put an open-end wrench underneath them and then use the added leverage. Now, make sure they're not cross-threaded, but if you know it's just a force issue, that can help multiply force. So, man, I don't know if I can get y'all down to see that or not. There's a, well, let's give it a try maybe. What if we move y'all in here? All right, y'all. Of course, I didn't have the camera on, but anyway, we had to fish this this rascal while brake fluid was pouring out of it. Had to fish this down here. Got it hand tight, and turns out the new one has a 7/16, not a 1/2 inch. So those copper crush washers are meant to do that. They're meant to crush. So you want to go maybe one ugga-dugga or close to it. I don't know. Can you measure ugga-duggas in regular human strength? I don't know. Anyway, again, copper washer on top, copper washer on bottom to kind of crush and seat that seal between the two of those. So got our bleeder up top here. I still got the cover on it because I'm always worried about them getting knocked around when I put it in. But now comes the part I just don't like. It's not like it's hard per se, I just don't like bleeding brakes. So now we're gonna do that. Man, that's twice now today I've not turned the camera on. So anyway, solo brake bleed. The back reservoir was completely dry, so I wiped it out as best I could, filled it up completely to the top, and as you can see, it's not at the top right now. So what I had also done was cracked this bleeder screw, just barely opened it, and I slowly pumped. I think it took about 4 pumps, and then I realized I didn't have the camera on. It came out here, and there was brake fluid over here, brake fluid over there. If you have 2 people, it's press the brakes, fluid starts coming out. Okay, helper, please hold the brake down. Then you close the bleeder, check your fluid, so on and so forth. There's also some cool stuff you can do with a piece of hose and a bottle of brake fluid, where 1, you don't waste it, and 2, it keeps air from getting in the system. But right now we're just going to do it kind of old school way, and I have a stick in there. I can wedge down the brake pedal. A couple other things I can do, but we'll keep bleeding these. Which, apologies for the not amazing description of that. I have never been a pro at solo bleeding. They do sell little kits, like a little pump, and then also little reservoirs with hoses that are probably super handy, which I kind of wish I had right now. So okay, let me hit y'all with a little bit of reality here. Could have edited this out or not shown it, but I think it's important. So I was working on this side of the vehicle. I had the vehicle supported under 2 points here with cinder blocks and 2x4s underneath the frame rails, and this tire was on the wheel. All right, I mean, it was on the rotor. It was on there. Everything was fine. This whole project I've done. Now, got excited. I was gonna swap those brake pads real quick on the other side. And what did I do? I didn't button up this side, as in put the tire back on, make sure this is stable, then treat the other side as a new project. I did not do that. When I started to slightly lift the truck with the Baylor jack, well, we call them Baylor jacks. They're commonly called high lift, but that's just a brand. When I was lifting it slightly for the tire, and I mean slightly, a couple of inches, the truck began to move this way. Now, I've experienced this, and I know, number one, always let the machinery fall. Never put yourself in between machines and ground, any kind of impact. Always leave it alone. But these Baylor jacks can be very dangerous. So you have to have both hands on them, and you have to be very aware of what you're doing. And it was a very controlled fall, if you can say that. It just kind of slowly creaked over and went into the dirt. Now, obviously, this isn't level out here. I had 2 cinder blocks standing up underneath the frame rail with boards, as well as a jack stand underneath the frame rail behind the truck. I'll show y'all. Had this under here. Where'd it go? And as you can maybe see, it turned sideways. It's that orange and white. It turned sideways in the dirt and went down when the truck went down. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, number one, always take every safety precaution you can, then step back for a second and take one more, because we all like to joke, and safety third is kind of funny, and I've done stuff like that. But really, especially when you're out by yourself doing stuff, this stuff can be a problem, and it can end in some injuries or maybe even worse. So yes, I ended up with a truck in the dirt. No big deal. You know, everything just sunk into the dirt, whatever. So now I have my floor jack. We're going to lift it up from the center of the vehicle till I can kind of barely tweak it a little to get a tire on it. And we're just going to move it up on both tires. Then I'm going to reblock everything for this side only and do that. So I guess what I'm saying, y'all, is be careful. I'm not here to preach to y'all, but man, this stuff's a lot of fun. I don't want y'all to not be able to have fun anymore because something crushes your leg or jacks up your arm or hand or whatever. So anyway, y'all keep on keeping on. I'm going to take a couple deep breaths and get back to it. The video probably doesn't show it, but I had to dig a pretty good hole, y'all, to get this tire back on, because the floor jack is obviously not made for the dirt, but I needed something that could lift the truck from the center. So when I got this tire back on, I went over the other side, lifted the other side itself with the Baylor jack, and then that worked fine. But that just tells you need as many points of contact with the ground as you can get. This one of those times where honestly my precautions paid off, because I was outside the vehicle lifting it, took the tire off, and it just began to kind of creep over. So I just let it go because that's what you do, and it worked out. But I'm really glad I had the 3 different points of contact with the blocks and the jack stand, because if not, there's could have went a totally different direction. All right, y'all, after that incident with the truck falling down, let's try to get some good vibes going again and see if this old rascal will start up. I sloshed some gas down the car, probably too much, but this thing usually fires right up. Fuel pump seems to hold a prime and everything, so I'm just gonna get in there and crank it and see what happens here. We're not gonna move it or anything because we're on a temporary fuel system right now. Okay, there we go. Well, it lit off. It's never really liked to idle. It's pretty cold natured, so I'll get in there and kind of pump it and feather it and see what we can do to get it to idle. That's the fury of 250 cubic inches in a Rochester monojet carb. But hey, you know, it's always been a reliable. These straight 6s they're neat to me. They don't make any power. Like my old man used to say, if you kept it 45 to 50, 55 miles an hour, you could pretty much go wherever you wanted in this thing. May not get you there quickly, but it'll get you there. So yeah, I'm gonna let it idle for a little bit, bring it up to temp. I know it's got antifreeze because I checked it before the last freeze we had a few weeks ago. And yeah, we'll just let that rock along. Like I say, we can't move it right now, or we shouldn't, because it's on a temporary fuel system. I need one of those better tanks, like a boat tank or something like that. But we'll just let her idle, and then I guess we'll see y'all next time. Second gear, maybe. OSHA-approved fuel system. Yeah, we're doing, second. Nice. Speedo does not work. We're probably going 15. Oh, time to stop. Gotta let y'all go. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Just a quick kind of recap. I know that video was a little all over the place, but really just want to see what y'all thought. What should we do with that old truck? Should we drop it, lower it, bring it up, keep the camper on, take the camper off? I love doing all this stuff, but I want to know what y'all want to see. Do y'all like the DIY stuff? Do y'all like the just kind of rescuing the trucks and building them, working on them? What do y'all think? I want the channel to be something y'all enjoy, because I enjoy doing all this stuff and want y'all to see what y'all want to see. So again, thanks as always. Y'all keep on making it B-Rad. See you later, y'all.